Hi you guys, it's Yogi here. Today's topic is everybody gifted? You know, there's a lot of talk and I see a lot of videos and people send me a lot of stuff. The reason I come up with things to talk about is some of you send me so many different things you ask me about, and I see enough of you asking about it, then I know it's a topic. And many of you are asking me about how there's so much out there by people who are motivational speakers and say how great everybody can be. And everybody can be a master, and everybody can really get there, and everybody should try hard and all those kind of things. So the question I'm asked is everybody a master? And is everybody great? And can everybody be great at everything like people are teaching these days? And the answer is maybe. The question is, if you want to be a master is somebody who really spends a lot of time on something and continuously does it and never gives up, and it becomes a part of their lifestyle and it becomes who they are. Like I work in the world of Ayurveda and yoga, and that's what I do. I'm a yogi on this path. But I don't do other things. So generally a master stays on the same path and repeats it and does it for a lifetime and continues, and maybe for a few more lifetimes as well. So yes, you can become a master, but you've got to choose your path and get on with it. So when you see somebody like Steven Spielberg making movies all of his life, then he becomes a master at that because simply he knows everything about movie making. But then you saw Michael Jordan, for example, go and master becoming a basketball player, and he could do anything in that realm. And then he tried to go and play baseball, and that didn't work out so well because he didn't have the mastery to do that. So yes, we can become great, but are you on the right path to greatness because you're following this path that you should be? So I have clients, for example, who come to me and say, I've been a dentist for 35 years, I hate dentistry. It's something my dad wanted me to do, so I did it. I make a lot of money, it's great. But I want to do something else which is my true calling, but now I don't know what that is. So that person may have become a master at something that they didn't want to become a master at. So again, you can become a master at something because you're spending so much time on it, but maybe it's not for you as well. There's no greatness in that. Really, the greatness comes, and yes, everybody can be great, but choosing the correct thing for you based on your nature. And in Ayurveda we learn we come into the world with a certain nature. It doesn't change. It's called Prakruti. And if you learn to use it and be on that path, you will be great and you will be doing the thing that you need to be doing. But it's going to take work. It's going to take vigilance. It's going to take discipline and willpower. And a lot of the times people are on their way to greatness, but they don't make it there. Most people don't make it there simply because it takes a lot of work. And if you've asked anybody, if you ask me, I work for myself, it takes so much work. And that's why most people don't do it. So yes, you can be great, but you've got to have that little extra thing it takes to say, I'm never going to give up. And yes, you can become a master if you're following the path that truly is yours and you're going to live it and make it a lifestyle and continue with it. So you don't give up, you continue, and you really get into all of it, and you don't just master the surface. Because in speaking about mastery and greatness, there's a lot of surface greatness these days because people want things very quickly. So you gotta get into it a little bit, but you don't master it completely. So you learn to make the icing on the cake, but you don't learn to make the cake itself. Because making the cake takes much more time than it does the icing. So think about that. Because if you do want to be great at what you do, and you do want to follow a path, and you want to become a master at something, yes you can, but it's going to take a lot of effort, and it's going to be beautiful. Because once you do master something, you realize it completely, and it's something that not everybody can do because they don't put the effort in right up to the end of the line. So if you're running a 100-meter race, you've got to learn to run about 110 meters. So you have that continuation and that momentum past the line for at least another 10 yards, because that momentum is what gets you through the finishing and the winning line. So it's really a mentality we're talking about as well. You should look into your own mentality and say, do I have that thing where I will never give up? If I don't have that, then I should be setting my goals a little bit closer to me and not so far away. If you're somebody who has that connection and you say, no, 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 I'm never going to give up, then you put your goals a little bit further away from you. Neither of them are good or bad. It just really comes down to who you are, how much effort you're going to put in, and what your nature's like. Because if you're chilled out and your nature is chilled out, you're not a competitor, so don't compete. And if you are a competitor, don't try to chill out. This is knowing your nature, and that's what is going to set you on the path to greatness and to mastery, is knowing your nature and putting yourself in the right place, on the right path, and then putting in the right effort. Namaste.